How do you retire rich? We read the book Rich Dad's Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Kiyosaki is the author of the viral book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In this book, Kiyosaki shares a framework for how anyone can move from an employee or self-employed individual to become financially independent as a business owner or investor. In this video, we share the top 5 insights from the book, including how the quadrant works, how the greatest freedom comes from owning a business or being an investor, and how to move from an employee always working for others to an owner or investor with Kiyosaki's framework for tackling money and risk. Before we begin, this video is brought to you by UXX's Ultimate Spreadsheet Charts collection, which you can download and customize with the link in the description. Here's Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant. Each of these 4 categories, or quadrants, has their own strengths and weaknesses. An employee, or the E-quadrant, values security above all else and seeks the safety of a long-term contractual agreement. This person works within someone else's system to earn money. The self-employed person, or the S-quadrant, does not want their income to be dependent on other people. They essentially own their job and is likely a hardcore perfectionist who values independence and expertise. This is the riskiest quadrant. Nationally, 9 out of 10 such businesses fail in the first 5 years, mostly due to a lack of experience and capital. The key to success in this S quadrant is to know when to get out and move on to something new. The business owner, or the B quadrant, has a system where other people do the work, like Henry Ford, who surrounded himself with smart people who knew all the answers so that he could concentrate on new ideas. The investor, or the I quadrant, uses money to make money. The opportunity for real wealth lies in the I quadrant. The right side of the quadrant is the safe side. With a secure system that produces money for you, you don't need to worry about unemployment. The ideal path to financial independence is to move from quadrant E or S into quadrant B, and from there into quadrant I. A financially successful business owner will have the skills, time, and money to support the ups and downs of the investor. E and S quadrant stock market investors focus on diversification. But as Warren Buffett says, diversification is a way not to lose money rather than a way to make money. The better strategy is to focus on a few strategic investments, not on diversification. Kiyosaki writes that people who fear loss buy a stock at $20 and then sell it. As it rises less, they lose what they gained. They also hold on when it slides down to $5 with hope that the price will come back up. The investor is neutral on wins and losses and only sells a stock when it's peaked or as soon as it starts to slide. To quote Buffett, Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. Or put another way, don't hand over your investment decisions to an expert. Instead, acquire assets that provide passive or long-term residual income. Kiyosaki writes that the secret to wealth is the same as the secret to win the game Monopoly. Buy 4 green houses and then trade up for a large red hotel. Start with small steps, the green houses of Monopoly, and gradually build up to larger investments. But remember, your mortgage is a liability and a debt that you have to service, not an asset. If you pay off your mortgage, your house is still a liability. It has to be maintained and you have to pay taxes on it. Property is only an asset if it generates income through positive cash flow. Kiyosaki also writes that gold is not necessarily the ultimate asset. He says even gold is only an asset if you buy it for less than you sell it for. To become an investor, you need to map out a plan to get control of your spending habits and minimize your debts and liabilities. You don't become rich when you work hard to make money that you then spend. You become tired. Kiyosaki lived modestly for years and worked hard not to pay bills but to acquire assets. If you live within your means, you can start saving a small amount each month. Then you can focus your wealth on building assets that generate passive or long-term income and take baby steps toward your goal. To start on your path to financial freedom, write down where you want to be financially 1 year from now and 5 years from now. Draw up personal income and balance sheet statements to show all your income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. To eliminate your consumer debt, put aside $150 to $250 every month to pay down credit cards, then car payments, and then your mortgage. Most people can be debt-free in 5 to 7 years with this intentional focus on debt. Once you're done, put what you used to spend to service your debts into assets that generate income. Kiyosaki writes that you need to get financially educated and become an expert at solving one particular business problem. Put aside 5 hours a week to read the Wall Street Journal, listen to the financial news, read financial websites, magazines, and newsletters, or attend seminars on investment and financial education. Financially uneducated investors look to experts to tell them what to invest in, whereas educated investors become experts at solving a particular type of problem. For example, Bill Gates is an expert at solving software marketing problems. Warren Buffett is an expert at solving business and stock market problems. Kiyosaki and his wife are experts at solving problems in apartment housing. If you need help with this, Kiyosaki advises to seek out mentors. But remember that most people giving financial advice are themselves stuck in the E or S quadrants, so choose your mentors carefully. Seek out those in the investor and business quadrants. But don't just learn from books or mentors. Take action and learn by doing. You can't grow unless you experiment, so Kiyosaki recommends to go make offers on real estate or buy a stock you have researched. If you're focused on apartment housing, for example, Kiyosaki recommends to look for for sale signs in your area. Call the agent and ask about the property's current rent and maintenance cost and what types of financing are available. Then practice calculating the monthly cash flow statement for each property. For stocks, do your own research on the companies recommended by stockbrokers and consider opening a trading account to make some small investments. Meet with business brokers in your area and learn what's for sale. Go to trade expos to see what franchises are available in your area too. Just remember to start with baby steps and know that making mistakes is how you'll learn. These mistakes will lead to disappointments, but Kiyosaki says be kind to yourself, as you won't learn anything new if you punish yourself after every disappointment. For more insights from Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Cashflow Quadrant, you can read the full Cashflow Quadrant summary on our website. And don't forget, you can download and customize our Ultimate Spreadsheet Charts collection for a series of pre-made charts and graphs to save you time and hours of work as you plan your financial future. Just check out the link in the description. Now, go check out our video summary of the book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel for more insights on how to reframe your thinking to grow your wealth. Thank you so much for watching.